Zoom in on my face. Oh, we don't do that. Okay, act like it's zoomed on my face. I'm sorry, I'm starting to lean closer to make it look like... Look, y'all, this is late. It's late at night. I'm not trying to react to this, but I have to. You know why? Because this stuff comes up. I can't sleep if I don't react to it. So it's going to be a late video. Do Bill Belichick a favor and send Matthew Stafford to the Patriots? Bart Scott. Oh, gosh. Okay, first of all, no one likes the Patriots. I know a lot of people don't. If Stafford went to the Patriots, they're winning a Super Bowl his first year. Facts. End of discussion. They can run the ball, and they have the best defense in the league. They're winning a Super Bowl. Easy. Probably going to be the most dominant team again for the next 5 years because Brady's getting older. And me, I'd be sitting here saying, go Stafford. Meanwhile, I'm crying. Let's react to this. Look at this. Highest total QBR in loss. Come on, dog. What? Sorry, let's go.
Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford was having a sneaky great season. Before he got hurt this year, he suffered a season-ending back injury.
A sneaky great season because we're trash. My boy was putting up MVP numbers. Keep it.
Week 9, and now his future in Detroit could be called into question.
No.
His lucrative contract in the Lions draft position. They finished with just 3 wins this year, and Stafford.
Yo, first of all, I know who they're going to talk about. They're going to bring up my man Tua. Tua's good. He's great. Maybe. It's college. First of all, automatically, I don't care who you are. I don't care what your name is. You, as a quarterback, are not a guarantee coming out of the draft. Joe Burrow is not a guarantee to be a good quarterback. Does it look like he will be? Oh, yeah. Tua's not. Joe Burrow's not. Now, the thing about Tua is this. We also don't know what he looks like injury-wise. We ain't going to get Joe Burrow. Injury-wise. I have no idea what this dude's future looks like. Okay? This dude may never be able to play again. He's most likely not going to be able to play the first year. Thirdly, you're losing out on your first draft pick, which could potentially be a game changer because you need to win this year. They have said they're going to be a playoff contender. And if we do this, we're automatically pretty much saying, yeah, we're moving on from Stafford. We cannot keep Stafford around for multiple years and have Tua back him up. It won't work. Let's react to this. I'm sorry. I'm just upset. I want to see this. Come on, dog.
Absence didn't help their cause. When he played, he was terrific. No one had a higher total QBR in losses this year than Matthew Stafford did. And so we have a couple of different thoughts on this. You played with Stafford, and I know your feelings on this are very strong.
Oh, let's hear him, Dan.
You're from Detroit, and you brought up a pretty interesting little possibility in our meeting this morning.
Well, I think that Matt Patricia can really do his former boss who got him started in coaching and groomed him up, and Bill Belichick, and send Matthew Stafford to the Patriots in return for a first-round draft pick. It allows Matt Patricia to buy some time. Listen, Matthew Stafford is an elite quarterback. He's a Pro Bowl caliber, quarterback.
Hold up. Buy some time, my boy. Please. Is this really going to buy him time if he did it? Would this buy him time? I'm actually curious what you guys have to say. I don't know if this would buy him time. How would people look at this? I'm not getting into debates right now, but seriously, would this really buy him time? Some fans were mad this year. I don't think this would buy him time. And if this is the case, you're trading Stafford now? That means Tua's coming in and he's playing. Healthy or not, my boy's playing. If he's not healthy, now you got my guy out there. You're probably signing a veteran. Okay, let's just react. I don't know.
But what have you won with him? He's the only asset you have. This team is not, going to win or contend in that division next year, the year after. You get Tua. Tua can sit for a year, and now Patricia has his quarterback of the future. They can retool and rebuild this offense and rebuild this team in Detroit.
Here's the thing. In case you didn't watch this year, my boy, here's the thing. What are we talking about here? Literally. My man is a franchise quarterback. If it was this easy to say, you know what, let's just draft a good quarterback to be our future, I think the Browns would have done it before it took them 20 years to find a good quarterback. We think. Maybe. This year was awful. Okay? It took them over a decade to find a quarterback. It's not that easy. First round pick, early pick does not mean future quarterback. Stafford is. You know he is. You know what he's about. Now is he getting older? I'll give you that. Quarterbacks can play pretty old. Okay? And I think Stafford's going to be healthy next season. Here's the thing. There is no way our offense can get much. Our offense can't get much better. not passing the football. Stafford is doing his thing. Stafford can't be much better, okay? He really can't. What we saw this season, he can't be much better. You're going to tear that down after a year or maybe 2 years with Darrell Bevell? How can you do that? Dog, I think he's talking for, okay, well, the rookie contract would be cheaper. It would. So let's say everything works out perfectly. You know, you draft him, keep him for a year, rookie contract. What happens when the rookie contract's up? You going to give him the big money again and we're going to stay in the same situation? Who's to say with money they're going to do something? I don't want to see this, dog. I don't want to see this. Why? Please, Lions, please don't do this. Come on, dog.
You love Matt Stafford. You played with him for years in Detroit. What do you think of the idea?
Come on, Dan.
If Matt Patricia does that and helps out his ex-boss, he better hope that that ex-boss has a job for him because he's going to get fired. It's
been 10 years.
Exactly, agreed. I don't see any way he saves his job if he does this. The only thing that I think that the only way that this could work out potentially for Patricia, and it's a long shot, is if he did this and Tua came in and he was balling early. But I don't think Tua can play right away. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure medically he can't play right away. And if that's the case, it's going to be really hard for him to say, about that draft pick, we're taking a quarterback. Like, come on, man. That's going to be really hard to convince people, especially if he can't come in and play. Now, if he came in and played and he played 3 games, you're like, oh, how's that? Okay. But there's a lot of risk that goes in this. I don't know if they want to put that risk on. I mean, the risk, I don't know.
That is head coaching.
It's been 10 years. What are you winning with Matthew Stafford? What have you won? You had Calvin Johnson, Matthew Stafford. You didn't get snipped.
Hold up. Stop. You need this. Wait.
Playoffs.
Okay, first of all, you did sniff the playoffs. So let's stop about that. Calvin Johnson is a terrible argument. You named 2 players. Okay, you named 2 players. You said Stafford and you said Calvin. You're acting like we had tons of weapons. We had Calvin. Congrats. He was putting up better numbers after Calvin left. Let me just point that out, Scott. Oh, it's Bart. I'm sorry, Bart. Let me point that out here. He putting up better numbers without Calvin, firstly. Secondly, we know it's not that. Because if it was that, we'd be winning games. Look, here's the thing. We are losing games. We are 3-4-1. Let's look at facts here. I don't know what I'm doing. We were dominating offensively, and yet we are a bad team. Why? Let's ask why. Let's ask the question why. Because we couldn't play any defense. I'm not even getting into the running game. We can't play no defense. And if you want to talk about rushers, Stafford never has rushers. Oh, my God. What quarterback can win these games, please? Let's put the quarterback on the worst team in the league and say, go win me a playoff game. Boy, that's basically what we are. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just
Patricia did not have them. He has Matthew Stafford. They were 3-1-1 last year before the back injury. 3-1-1, and to your point, he's playing elite level football.
I don't know if they were 3-1-1 because I'm pretty sure the back injury came up later, but he may be right. I don't know. Dan, I'm going with your Dan because Dan, you're optimistic, and I like that. I'm sorry.
Was a sleeper MVP candidate.
He was an MVP candidate, dog. If we were winning games, he would have been.
For the back injury. So you're going to trade. If you're Matt Patricia,
I am.
And you've got 9 wins in 2 years, and you have to win by the middle of October, or you're going to get fired, you're going to trade away the only person that gives you a chance to win the football games for a first-round pick. You're firing yourself.
Well,
bro, I bet you my house at the line.
Yo, I agree with everything my boy just said. And look, I'm not against y'all. I want to say I want to get a future quarterback. I want a future quarterback too. We should be grooming one. Look at me. Look at this team. We are not even one of their mistakes has not been finding a reliable backup, I guess I would say. And I'm down with just bringing in a veteran, but we do need to find a rookie. I'm going drafting a rookie. Go draft Jalen Hurts if you want to. I know y'all love Jalen Hurts. Draft the 3rd-round quarterback. Draft the 2nd-round quarterback. Go get Justin Herbert if he's still there. But you can't do this. You can't do this, dog. You got to have a guy that can sit. You can't bring him in and trade away Stafford. You can groom someone. Heck, you could. I don't think you could take Tua. I was going to say you could take Tua and just have him sit, but I don't think you can because that's a 3rd pick. I don't think you can do that. I think he'll want to start. You got to let him go. You can't do that with a 3rd pick. But if you wait a little bit longer, I'm saying you wait 3rd round, maybe a little bit later, 3rd and later, you can put that guy behind Stafford and just say, sit here. You're going to be the next guy up. Learn from him. You could do that. I just don't think you do it to it. Now, if Tua fell far and you were like, all right, 2nd round, we'll take him, then I think there's more of a chance. I just don't think it'll work out because of that reason. I want to put a quarterback behind Stafford. Don't get me wrong. We need to put a quarterback behind Stafford. We need to figure this out. And yes, Tua may be really good. We also don't know, but we do know we have a guy, Matthew Stafford, that has been doing his thing, y'all. Come on, man. I'm good with having a backup for the future, but not like this. No, you can't just get rid of Stafford. Oh, my. I'm with Dan. That's going to fire himself. Especially if Tua can't play right away, because that don't make no sense.
Giants don't win over 7 games next year if they have Matthew Stafford with them.
Here's what I'd say.
Bet.
You can both be right. Your point can...
Wait, hold up. My guy just said bet? That was funny. Hold on.
Matthew Stafford with them.
My boy said they won't win 7 games if they have Stafford with them. I'll take that bet too. Come here, Bart. Look at this. Look what I got. I got you, Bart. Hold up. I'm putting a lot on this one, my boy. Oh, I'm broke. What do I got in here? Oh, Snap. You want a... Oh, it's stuck to another. You want a GameStop gift card with only $10 on it out of 25? Put that on the table. Put that on the table, because that's what we're doing, dog. I'm betting on that all day long. I think a healthy Stafford gives you 7 wins. Let's get back to it.
Bet. Here's what I'd say.
Bet.
He said
may be
bet.
right.
Stop.
Your point can be reasonable and
Okay.
well taken, and yours as well. If you're Matt Patricia, obviously your job security is a piece of this that you have to get assured.
That's the one thing I'm looking at here is the jobs. If Matt Patricia was... See, it'd be tough. But if Matt Patricia was a guy that, like, we were looking at and we're like, oh, a long time, or he's been here for a while. Say he's here for a while and you're like, okay, this guy's our dude. Like, man, we're rocking with Patricia. The problem is he's so early in his tenure and already people are getting kind of upset with him still being here. That puts so much pressure on him to win now. And Bob Quinn, I don't think you could say, you know, go get... Now, if he was here for 8 years, he's been here for 8 years, and he's like, look, we got to find someone to back him up, though, and to make sure we're good. Then I could see people being understanding his move and his decision. But since he hasn't been, I think... I don't know, man. I don't know. Y'all need a comment.
Starting over, and Stafford is still an elite quarterback. If the Patriots got him, it would be the single best move they've made in a very long time.
Oh, my goodness.
Bart is talking about a
I threw my
front office
cards.
decision, and Dan is talking about what's actually happening on the field. I tend to believe that what actually is going to happen on the field matters more to the front office. So I'm in lieu of keeping Matt Stafford.
Yup.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a known commodity.
No, again,
No,
this is
it's not.
Look at my man Bart.
Stafford. It is talking about him at this stage of his career and the money that he's making and where that team might perceive itself to be. I'm not asking you to betray a confidence here, and I don't think you've talked to him about this. Do you think Matt Stafford would like, at this stage of his life and career,
Hell yeah.
a fresh start?
It burns you out, man. I seen it happen to Barry Sanders. I
Listen,
seen it happen to Calvin Johnson.
Oh, would he like a fresh start? I don't know. See, the thing is, Stafford loves Detroit. If I'm being... I don't know exactly, because I'm not in Stafford's family. I don't know. I feel like he loves Detroit. And I think he could have asked for a trade a while ago. He doesn't have to take all these contract extensions. Stafford likes Detroit. He likes being here. His wife has said, you know, we like being here. We're not going anywhere. He likes Detroit. I mean, it's obvious. A dude that doesn't want to be here is not playing through back injuries and saying, shh, it doesn't really hurt, my boy. Boy, the game's not even counting. Why are you still playing? Sit down. He just doesn't want to. He wants to play. I don't think he'd want to go somewhere else. But also at the same time, I would be kind of happy for him. Like, hey, go win your games. But I don't think he wants out of Detroit. That's just my take. Maybe he does.
I
I
get
don't think
tired of
so.
losing, man. 10
I
years of
know
losing
this
is horrible.
kid really well.
Oh, it's like a
Matthew
what is that?
Stafford wants nothing more than to win a championship in Detroit. He doesn't.
I agree. I think
I've
so.
won one of those my whole life.
I'm telling you, he wants nothing more than to be the quarterback
It
to
won't
win
happen.
a
It won't
championship
happen.
in Detroit. It may not happen. I don't know.
It
But I'm
won't
willing
happen.
to bet that it will happen, and I'm willing to bet that is one of the single most important things to
My
that
boy
guy.
just bet on that? I like you, Dan.
So did Calvin Johnson.
No,
They
there's a
didn't make the
difference.
playoffs
No.
more than once.
Calvin Johnson did not think that, I promise you. Calvin Johnson was a great player. He did not think the same
Why
way
did he
Matthew
retire?
Stafford does.
All right, we
got
will
tired
talk
of that.
more about
Body.
it. It's not an unreasonable.
Nah, see, my thing with Stafford is this. I think he's right. I think his body really... Dude, the ankle injuries, yes, I think it was a little bit losing too. But I also think wide receiver has less effect on the game. You know what I mean? Like, Kelvin was one of the greatest of all time. You can make case he was the greatest of all time. He can't go win you games as much. A quarterback has so much more impact on that. And I think Kelvin was in that situation where he was dealing with crazy... I mean, look at Barry. This dude was... You could make the other case, the best running back of all time. There's only so much he can do. You know what I mean? He's a running back. So... And for Stafford, he doesn't have any help. Like, we know we just haven't been able to put them all together. And for Kelvin, I think Kelvin's a little bit different because Kelvin, like, Stafford's back injuries are just starting. Kelvin was dealing with them Achilles injuries. He was missing games every year. He's playing like half the season, and it was like, oh, this stinks, Kelvin. So I respect him. All the stories that he's talked about outside of it, I think, you know, he was ready to get done. He was ready to be done. Stafford, on the other hand, I don't think they think the same at all. So here, let's finish this thing off.
Reasonable conversation, which is why we wanted to bring it to you here quickly.
Oh, they think it. Okay. What do you guys say? What are you guys thinking in the comments below? Again, I'm not against getting someone behind Stafford. Not at all. Wow. But I am against trading for Stafford. I couldn't imagine trading Stafford, y'all. Y'all haven't seen me on cry on camera, but it's coming. Oh, my boy, it's coming if that's the case. So let me hear your thoughts, comments below. Again, look, it's a friendly football conversation. Don't take these so seriously. If you're going to debate with someone, be respectful about it. I just had to put that in the comments because, I think, not some people. I know all y'all are cool. Everyone that's in, I'm not even talking about you guys, because even in the call video, y'all were killing it. If you were debating me, y'all were killing it with facts, and I appreciate the heck, because that means you care. And that's the best thing in the world, knowing when you're creating content, y'all care about it. And y'all are focused and paying attention, because that's awesome. I don't just make it to make it, right? I want to hear your feedback. That's what makes it awesome. So I want to hear that comments below. Just be respectful. That's all I say. Just be courteous. So that's it. Let me know your thoughts, comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.